Hello everyone, WhymsicalWyvern here. I stream on Twitch 5 days a week. And I forgot that I have to put this out. I just can't get it right. I'm so tired. Stream manager. I also post my VODs on YouTube. You can always go back and catch them, and I actually do the playlist thing. Share link. I gotta go on X. Haven't been there forever. Share link. Discord. General. Alright. Alrighty. Well, we'll see if that works. Sorry about it here. Have you heard of the band 1023 MB? They haven't got a gig yet. Oh my gosh. It's so bad, but I actually kind of love that one. Alright, I'm going to try and finish off the earth really quick. Not much left, to be honest. Ah! Okay, that was weird. I was chewing, then I accidentally chewed something in the direction of my throat, and I swallowed it straight and whole. That was weird, but I didn't choke and die. So we good. Anyway, I hope everybody had a really good weekend. Looks like my last one posted with... I gotta see what's going on with those Twitch updates. I tell you what. I sat there, I tell it what I want it to say. Alright, let's get more of that done. I'm just going to be a little all over the place because I'm just trying to finish this off at this point. And I'm looking for big chunks of a given color. And apparently I'm about to have an ad break. So I hope you thoroughly enjoy the ad break. When we start to rush. Yeah, I can go over to here. That'll give me a little more to look at. Ad break starts in 1 minute 35 seconds. Okay, so I lied. It's not the ad break yet. Not sure how much it matters since nobody seems to be online yet. Oops, that's the wrong one. Yeah, there we go. We'll get there. I mean, it's honestly going pretty quick at this point. So chill. Nameless. Oh, hello. Thank you for the subscribe. How was your day today, Nameless? You sweetie pie, you. I'm doing good. I did a react stream like you guys have been asking for last week, and only Tomas showed up. Well, Raptor showed up for part. He fell asleep, and that's okay. He was tired. You were probably tired too. My day was awful. Got angry at myself because I'm a dumbass. You know, that happens. That happens. I'm sorry. Hopefully tomorrow will go better. That's the great thing. You always wake up another day. You get another shot. But I'm glad that you're doing okay. It makes it better for me. That's good. I don't know. I think I'm getting meaner. I've been pretty mean to some of the people in my life lately. I'm just like, you can do better. I just speak my mind too much. And I hear it coming out when I'm tired, especially, and I'm like, I probably should have stayed on the inside. Oh well, it's true. Plus, a friend what kind of got me laughing just a few minutes ago, so it's all okay right now. Good. Good. I don't care if they're a close friend or not. Maybe they're just an acquaintance. It doesn't matter. A laugh is a laugh. You know, I have friends that we don't even talk. We just send each other jokes or memes ever so often to make each other laugh because we figure someone's got to do it. That has truthfulness as a virtue. I'll take it. It has a high value, laughing. I think it's the healthiest thing. So I'm working on finishing the Earth because Lost had me start it, and I always finish what I start, and he's like, why? Because I like to finish what I start. So I've been just plugging away at the beginning of streams when not a lot of people are hanging out, because It's one of the least gorgeous earths I've ever seen. Let's see here. Let me get to this patch and then I'll show you how lovely this thing is. Maybe it's getting better. Let's see. 61. See, it's just, I don't know. It's not the best earth. It's supposed to be a map, I think. I'll show you the one I do like. Let's see. This one's turning out really cool. This is the moon, but that's going to take forever. I like this moon. But that is a mega, yeah, isn't that gorgeous? It's, I love it too, but it's going to take forever. So I was trying to finish, because we're at 95% here, so I just want to knock that out and never go back to it again. This one Tomas is loving. It's his favorite so far. So I started it as kind of a joke, but he's been loving it. So I've been filling that in for him. I'll finish that off today. Here's like a mermaid and a little, is that Patrick? I don't know the different SpongeBob people. I'm sorry. It's special, but a good kind of special. Oh, yeah. That's a nice way of putting it. Well, I'm glad you have a friend that can make you laugh. And I'm sorry that you were in a crummy mood. But you know, if you never had a crummy mood, I'd have to question whether you were actually a bot. If you never did anything wrong, how would you learn? How would you learn? I don't know. You didn't actually say you did anything wrong. So you said you did something. Yeah. Damarsery. I don't know. Think that's a verb, but I've made it up into one now. So there you go. A new verb just for you. Alright, let's see if we can't get through some of these weird spots. I mean, it's better now that more of the map is filled out, but I've done better maps on this pixel art stuff in this actual program, so. Oh, yeah. It could definitely be better. Oh, AutoMod is driving me insane. I am so sorry. It's not showing me that it's modding from here. I'm sorry. I get so frustrated with that sometimes. Is this an app for adults or not? Come on, let people speak. Anyway, the reaction stream worked really well. I navigated really well between the different videos, so that is definitely something I'm going to tag in once a week. So if you have something you want me to look at or react to, you can plop it in the Discord. I'll probably have to make add that to recommendations with the video games, or make it a separate channel. But there's so many channels now, it's getting kind of ridiculous. Don't worry, for whatever reason, AutoMod seems to target me specifically wherever I go. Tomas keeps getting hit too, but he's trying to be, so that's a little different. He keeps trying to make me have to forgive things like Crazy Chicken Lady, which it thinks is misogyny or something. I mean, I could maybe understand if it was a slur or something. I don't know. Yes, but I'm not even trying to get spotted by Automod. That's what's terrible. I don't know how to help you. I don't usually get spotted by Automod, but I have definitely probably got attention by all the things I've approved. As long as somebody's not being outright hateful, I could care less what you say. I really... It's not like little kids are supposed to be on here. Anyway, Tomas was just doing rage bait as per usual. Well, it's not rage bait. I think it annoys him when he's told he can't. I don't think it's personal. I don't think he cares about any of us. He's just like, why can't I say that? I get it. I have the same questions. Yeah, they're supposed to be here, but they are. Yeah, yeah. No, what surprised me is usually it tells me from this end, and I can just okay it. It didn't give me that chance, so sorry. Every time I see it, I okay it. I don't care. I don't know. I grew up thinking I'd rather know what people are thinking than not. If they're all trying to be so polite and perfect, you don't know what they're really thinking. It's harder to tell who's a good guy, who's a bad guy, you know? If you really don't like me, I want you to be able to say so. I want to know what I'm dealing with here. But I guess I'm just old-fashioned that way. Yeah, I think that's, yeah. Doot, 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 doot. Doot. Hey, there we go. I agree with you on that philosophy, right? I mean, on the one hand, people are like, oh, I don't want anybody to hurt my feelings, but if they hurt your feelings, you know who they are. You know whether you can trust them or not. You have a better idea of who you're dealing with. I don't know. It shows their character. And if I say something dumb and people judge me, well, that's fair enough. That's my character, right? I mean, if there's a misunderstanding, you can actually straighten it out. It's not something that's assumed. You can actually have a conversation because words were actually said. I've just said actually way too many times. Actually. Oh. I could hear it. I'm like, that was way too often. Sorry. No, hurt my feelings, go for it. Generally, if you're able to hurt feelings of people, but in a good way, then you know they care for you. Yeah, see, that's a good point. I care about my kids, so if I think they did something dumb, I just tell them about it, you know? But if it's someone else's kids, and I'm like, well, that's not really my business, I don't care about them as much as my kids. I might not say something. I generally do. But yeah. Plus, someone has to be willing to listen to you for it to be worth it and say something. I don't know. I'm not for all this making people all soft. Like, I have the habit of bluntly telling my friends when they mess up bad, and I don't try not to hurt their feelings, which in most cases they end up hurt, but they always thank me. Yeah. I think it's for the best. I like to know where I stand with the people that I have around me. My kids are that way too. Alright, let's see. Of course, I don't know if that's how God made them. They didn't have a choice. They were thrown into the world with me as a parent. Anyway, just be honest and the world would be better this way. I think so. I mean, this is... Okay. To me, this is part of why I wish they would bring back, like, they were like, oh, manners are so fake, and manners are this, and manners are that. But when people have the same rules to go by, then if somebody purposely breaks those rules of society, everybody knows where they stand, right? But if there's no rules, nobody knows how to interact. Nobody knows what's offensive. Nobody knows what isn't offensive. Ironically, by saying nothing's offensive, everything became offensive. And yeah, it's a whole tangent, but I think autistic kids would have a much easier time if there were clearer societal rules like there used to be. And I think that's why they have a harder time now than they used to. Yeah, I think the world should be an honest place for sure. And anybody who goes around going, oh, everybody lies. Oh, red flag there. Pay attention to them. Oh, it's okay. Everybody lies. Oh, really? You're one of those, eh? Thanks for letting me know. You're probably, I could see where you're coming from. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying to be stuffy about it, and that's how people felt like it was. I think they felt constrained. But if you know that you walk up to the counter and you say, hello, ma'am, or hello, sir, and you interacted in a given way, then there's a lot less confusion for someone who doesn't take good social cues. They know in this situation I behave in this way, and I'm going to be in pretty good shape. But you just add all these layers of complexity when you take those standards away. Well, everybody does lie, but some lie more often, like way more often. Look, I'm not... If you're walking around... How shall I put this? There's lies of omission, and there's stuff like that, and you can go down a whole conversation. But if... There's usually a way around it, and you could argue that's a lie. Like, I used to tell my kids, if somebody comes up to you, because they would tell the truth, keep things simple, it'd be easier for everyone, right? So, if, for example, because they couldn't help but be just very honest about what they saw. So if somebody walked up to them with a big old mole on their face and said, how do I look? When they were really little, they'd point at the mole and be like, what's that? And I taught them, you know, but can you find something nicer to see? Is there, maybe they have a nice hat, or they have, I didn't teach them to lie about it. I taught them to find something that they could truly compliment and focus on that instead. And there are people who think that's lying. There are people who don't. But if your modus operandi is just say whatever you think people want to hear, you're probably not someone I want to hang out with a whole lot. I would have loved to see that. I worked hard to help them function well in society. Thank you. I mean, when you take little kids notice and stuff, and then you add, I'm going around with 3 who are on the spectrum, and I need them to interact with people, so I need to have them out in society. You gotta get creative in how you teach stuff, okay? Yeah. Great mother here. Oh, thank you. But I I'm like, okay, you're not going to get around it. You're going to hyper focus on something. So if you don't want to hurt grandma's feelings or something, it wasn't grandma with a mole, but, you know, if you don't want to hurt grandma's feelings, find something about her look that you think is really nice and mention that. I could tell no, but just thank you. You're a great mother. Oh, you're so sweet. Nah, I think that's a lesson that wouldn't hurt anybody. And I mean, I had the school telling them, "Oh no, you have to lie. You have to learn to lie." And I'm going, "You don't have to lie. Just pick what you talk about. You don't have to sit there and say that." I'm not sweet, I'm honest. There you go. You got me. We are coming to an end here, I think. I think this is close to the end of the colors. Let's see, there's a 33 left somewhere. Ooh, it starts to get so much easier towards the end. Another one of these. One of these. Boop. Yeah. I'm glad that your day got better, and I hope you wake up and have a really, really good day. I don't know. Sometimes I just feel like I'm surrounded by stupidity. Not at my house, at my job. Oh. Anyway, I'm struggling to keep my eyes open. I'm gonna go to sleep. I hope you have a wonderful day, Whimsy. Take care of yourself and your oh so honest kids. Oh, you're so sweet. You have a wonderful night, Nameless. Bonne nuit, bonne nuit. I'm never gonna forget that now. Alright, let's see here. We are... Oh, I got one of these left. Boop, boop, boop. That was one of the first colors I did, too. 13, 13, 13, 13, 13, 13, and 15. Boop, that's it. There we go. Done. It looks better small. Alright, I can tag it this one or this one, I think. I think I'm just gonna go take another big chunk of this. Get another piece of the moon done. This one is going to be so pretty when it's done. Try to be so careful about mistakes on this one because, oh my gosh, if I get a mistake in this one, it's going to drive me crazy. It's going to be so hard to find. So many grays and blacks. Yeah, let's do that. Boom, 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 boom. Songs bad in the key. Uh-oh, I couldn't switch. See, that's what I'm talking about. Come on. Boogers, and I know I did that one wrong and that one wrong. Great. That's what I was afraid of, but I found it. So here's a color where we get to get into the actual... Alright. And more. Yep, yep. If we go up here. Boop. Yeah, let's get those 4s. Get that edge done. This is really so amazingly detailed. Yeah, I'll get that 4 in a second. I do see it. Alrighty. Boop. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and keep going this method. This works. See? I think everybody's busy because it's summer. Or winter. I guess depending on what side of the equator you're on. It's always been something I know in my head, but it struggles to make sense for me. But then winter in general struggles to make sense for me. We don't have that kind of winter. So I'm not sure if that's an equator thing. As it starts to fill in and get all purty. Golly, part of me wants to start over here. I'll go fix that. And yet again, I'm wishing that they locked it in when you get it. There we go. Nice and chill. Perfect to put you to sleep. Hard day. I'll wake you up nice and chill at the beginning of a day. Doing your stretches. I don't really know what I'm saying, but you know, it must make some kind of sense. It sounds nice. Alright, let's get out. Let's do 12 first, because there's more of that over here. Let's roll 11, and then we'll back off and see. Ah. How much can we mess this up? Now see. That's looking good. Get another chunk in. Like, how much do I want to kill my eyes? How much? So close to guilty. I'm so guilty. I want to just knock this bit out. I think. I think I'll do quite a lot, actually. We'll do this part the cheaty way, at least. And then I'll get into the more detailed stuff over. Ooh, but 4 is such a dark color. I don't know. Let's at least go 7. It's not as bad. It's still gonna be hard on the eyes. I'm gonna regret this. Still leave that white up by the edge. You can still wrap up some of this. Alright, but to make it right, I'm gonna jump right in with those 4s and get to work. I took a 36 and an 18. Another 36. Ooh. Let's just work this corner a little bit. Alright, so we got some color coming in here. I'll just get some of that knocked out a little better. All right. Let's find that 34. Yeah, these are gonna actually fit here, but not so much. Hello, Tomas. Oh, you got your message held for misogyny again. Give me 1 second. I'll get that fixed up for you. I finished the ugly Earth map. I'm doing my second chunk of moon, and then I'll go work on the one, the aquarium ocean one you were liking. I'm glad you've had a good day. Let's see here. Boop, 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 boop. All right, let's get the 7. I just messed that up. I knew it. I knew I was going to do that. Oh dear, woo, at least not feeling like diarrhea. Well, good for you. You never want to feel like you got diarrhea, I guess. Honestly, that's so normal of a feeling for so many people. Oh. How often do you feel it, like diarrhea? I don't have a huge issue with that in general. I'm pretty regular. Not gonna say never, but I don't know. Let's just say that when I do have issues with it, I make up for all the times when I don't have it. Not actual, oh, I just feel like all loosey goopy and gross. I don't know, I never really sat down to think about that. Probably more than I should. By the end of the day, I'm pretty drained. Never thought of it as feeling like diarrhea, but, you know, I could see that as being a descriptor. Okay, I think we're about to tie these bits together pretty good. We've got the 17 up here and the 18 right here. There's another one, 19 here. And a 23. Oop. I don't know. I don't typically think about that a whole lot, but you know what? I would think that to feel like that would be a very draining feeling, so I feel pretty drained by the end of my day, so maybe almost every day. But then I lay down, I go to sleep, I wake up, and I'm feeling pretty good again. There's probably no harm there, but yeah, I didn't know it was Monday. Ah, it's Monday. Surprise! I had a coworker do something funny today. I don't know how they got away with it, but it was funny. Oh, I do know, because the supervisors weren't around at that moment. But for people who were running late and barely scraping in, they were loudly playing Manic Monday from their area. It was hilarious. As everybody's looking around going, yep, it's Monday. I thought it was pretty funny and cute. But maybe I'm just boring. So true. I mean, like, if it was a planned thing, if it was poked, but they just don't, they realized they had a moment and they did it, and it was funny. It was just very funny. Let's see here. Oh. I'm closer than I look to finishing this section, and then I'll back off and show you where we're at, and then I'll take you to the aquarium. I can show you the map too, now that it's done. I haven't decided about it. I think it looks nice as like a thumbnail picture-ish. But when you click into it, I'm still not really sold. I'm just not. Alright, let's get these dark colors done. Scary colors. The scary colors. It's meh. I'm doing the moon one. I thought you liked the moon one. I'll admit it's not very pretty from this close-up, but this one gets very pretty when you back off more. Well, the map is, yeah. I'm not hype about the map at all. Moon is great. Moon be moonful. I love you. Yeah, the moon is awesome. Yeah. Alright, let's see here. Let's get... Oh, you've got some other ones hiding in here. I was trying to connect the different parts of the moon together, but I couldn't quite get the picture out far enough. So I am knowing that I'm failing before I start, so that's a little annoying. Whoops. I'll get there in a second. Nameless was on, but he fell asleep before you got here. Yeah. Oh. Alright, let's get into... That's a lighter color. This is just easier to deal with. Oh, that one's 21. I don't know why I just clicked on it. Alright, and then we need 16. 24, 24, and 30. Boop. Yeah, see, that bit's bugging me now. It's bothering me. Alright, let's clean this up. This is ridiculous. Eight, 9, and 43. Yeah, I really kind of want to finish off that little piece. I'm sorry. I can't just leave it, Tomas. I have to. I have to. I get it, yeah. Just make it connected. We don't even have to do all of it. Just this little connection piece. Alright. Oh, how did I miss? That was really mega brilliant there. No, ads are incoming, FYI. I didn't think I'd been streaming that long. This feels a somewhat disorganized way to do this, but whatever. And it just grows, and it grows, and it grows. I think I saw an 8 hiding. I definitely, yeah. Yep, I left that color because I haven't done it yet. Time to be odd. I get you, hour. It's time to be odd. Whoop, whoop. Do not to you blind. Yeah, I don't plan to blind myself. I'll be alright. Are you slightly? I feel like I am slightly blind. Yep. All those years of speaking books and reading in the middle of the night did not do good things to my eyesight. But, you know, that's what glasses are for. That went nice and fast. Let's see. Let's just do these last two at this point, and then I'll back off. Yeah, that's better. Oh, that's nice. That's really nice. To and do you get confused? Alright. Boop. The moon is now 60% done. Here's the Earth. Oof. It benefits from getting smaller, but you have to make it so much smaller that, I don't know. There we go. I felt like this one just kept getting weirder and weirder last time. I think to make it make sense, I have to finish the big pieces of this dynamic and then go in and get all the little creatures. Because then I'll be able to see better where they are. Yes. Yeah, that'll help it a lot. Wow, there's a lot of that color. Alright, ni hao, how are you today? Sagwa, the Chinese Siamese cat. Hello, Lost. Are we feeling Chinese today? You missed it. I was working on the moon. I finished the Earth. Now I'm over here. What the heck? Okay, I'm gonna admit, these creatures are getting weirder. Oh, this is another flag, I bet. Hola, mi amigo lost. I'm just going to do an assignment in a minute, but overall I'm doing alright. Okay. Yes, hola, hola, ¿cómo te va? So maybe... Yeah, I need to stop trying to figure that out. I just need to go back to my assignment. Completing this aquarium slice of ocean thing. Finally, a language I partially understand. With all due respect, you started it in Chinese. I didn't start that. You did. Wait, are you saying you don't understand English, Lost? You conduct yourself in English even on your own streams. Okay? I understand, Tomas, you're confused. I think Tomas is the happiest when he's just a little bit confused. It's okay. It's just that Spanish is a language that I partially understand. Well, I would think so. I mean, how could you be in Florida and not understand some? Alright, let's see here. Mi hablas un pico. Yep. Funny part is I should know more. Not necessarily. I'm gonna guess you're like my kids. You understand more than you think. I could be very wrong, but that is my thinking. I bet you understand more than you think. My kids don't think they understand any Spanish. But then I'll say something to them in Spanish and then they'll answer me. Just saying. Or California some. Yep, absolutely. California Spanish is different. It's a little more, Florida Spanish is just plain messy. It really is. California Spanish, when I was out there, was a little more proper. No, it's more like a heritage-wise, I should know more. I got you, Lost. But I'm still gonna say, if that's not the primary language that you were raised with, I have known so many people who their parents really wanted them to understand English, so they spoke English with them, and then they didn't end up learning the language their parents primarily spoke. It's kind of sad, really. But it is a real thing. My mom just speaks Spanish and my dad actually speaks both properly. Ah. And yet, I bet you always know when your mom's happy with you, when your mom's not happy with you. You understand more than you can speak, is what I would think. Like, if she speaks to you in Spanish, you answer her in English. That would be how most of my friends were. I understand a lot of them from context clues, and I just pick up words like that. Yeah. That's normal. It's normal. I used to have a very dear friend who was sad because he realized he couldn't understand his grandma at all. And he would ask me over, and his grandma's like, why you got this gringa helping us talk? If she can learn Spanish, why can't you, right? And she wasn't saying that about me, actually. She was just like, knocking her grandson. And I would translate, but then we would talk about him behind his back, right in front of him, to kind of, because he could have understood more. Yeah, but at some point it was a choice. I mean, you had to know him. He was nice, but he had chosen to purposely not learn because he was not proud of his heritage, I guess, when he was younger. And when he got older, he really cared and he was having trouble learning. But it made him sad when he realized he couldn't understand his grandma anymore. I think he used to when he was smaller. But that was like high school, and I'm like, you're still young. You got plenty of time. Yeah. Not exactly, but that's okay. She was saying more non-Mexican in a way that he, with his limited Spanish, would understand. But nice attempt at guessing, Tomas. She wanted him to know he was being dissed. Yeah. Because she loved him. I mean, she was really just playing with him. I don't know. My Spanish would be extremely rusty if it wasn't for my mom. Right, but you do have your mom, and you do listen to her, and you guys can communicate through your dad at least, and I'm sure she tries to do the English for you because she loves you and she wants to talk to her son. Some people just aren't comfortable in the newer language once they're a little older too. That happens. It's the only option. Yes, in my family is Mexican kind, and I cringe when I hear I try to speak English. Cringe? You cringe? Your English is what? You don't think you speak English or Spanish, Lost? Her try to speak English. Yeah, you gotta not cringe. You gotta just love her for who she is. Either you gotta go learn that Spanish, or you gotta let her try and talk English to you. You love your mama. You won't be able to talk to her. She raised a nice boy. So I think she must be a pretty decent person. and you would not want to lose touch with her just because you couldn't communicate anymore. Alright, let's back off a little bit here and see where we're going. This is the one I'm doing right now for Tomas. Descendant. Ah, Descendant makes more sense. Nice, last debatable. You know, I'm shocked that you would be on the western part of our United States and have Mexican heritage, my love. But does she understand more English? Here, I'll show you the map we finished. I don't know. I don't think this one's very nice. Since you picked it way back. Disgusting. And the moon. We've made progress on the moon. I think that's turning out absolutely gorgeous, by the way. I know you were being silly when you picked it, but that is turning out really gorgeous. And did you ever get to see your landscape? I think this was you. Oh, it's like that one cat in the box. I don't really know. Sometimes she understands. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. As a parent, when I realized my kids they were nonverbal, and the only way they could communicate was sign, I went and I got lessons for ASL. So I have to believe that she really loves you, and she just might not be someone, you know, some people just do not have the gift of learning a second language. It is a thing. But in a place like Florida, she can get away with it. It's not like she's not going to be able to function. And also another funny thing, I picked up a different dialect of Spanish. Well, you want to know what's really funny about me? I didn't think I had a very strong accent. I do tend to somewhat pick up one from somebody I'm talking to at the moment, but it's such a hodgepodge here, right? But I have found the Spanish, I can never talk to Cubans. The Cubano Spanish is different, and it's like, it just doesn't work between us. Or Guatemala, people from Guatemala, but everybody else, like, they can be Spain, they can be El Salvador, they can be, you know, anywhere. They understand me, but I think it's all the Mayan mixed in, maybe? I don't know. I'm not accent per se, between a Central American dialect and a certain Central American country and Mexico. No lo sé. But what's weird is I even learned Mayan in school, believe it or not. I had to for a class. And I was pretty good at that too. So I was like, how is it that I have so much trouble talking to people from Guatemala? It's weird. It's a weird the way that works out sometimes. Thank you, Spanish class, for messing with my brain. It's not an accent per se. Ay, Spanish class. Yeah, I got in trouble in Spanish class before. I have so many things to say about Spanish class. I mean, you know, if that teacher starts it with No me comprendo nada is a bad class. But here, most of my Spanish classes were pretty decent. My big argument was this. If you're in an English class, they make you learn all your nouns, verbs, etc. There's grammatical things that they repeat every year to reinforce the language grammar rules. But if you're in Spanish class, at least here in Florida, and this might have changed, which if it did, thank goodness, because it needs to change. They would go over a concept, and once they've covered it, that's it. It never comes back. There's no repetition, no nothing. You picked it up or you didn't. The end. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Hope you learned it. Bye. And if that's something that you have to base other things on, sometimes a concept would make more sense once you know more. So if I had been only learning from Spanish class, I don't know how I would have learned anything, to be honest. I knew from my friends. I took Spanish class as an easy A. Half the time I forgot the words for my vocabulary, and I just said the words I knew it was. And I'd get the grade because they couldn't tell me I was wrong. I remember when my Spanish teacher thought I was poor and gave me a jacket. Oh my gosh, are you freaking kidding me? You want to hear my Spanish class story then? At that age, I go whole days where I didn't speak English at all, really, for the most part. And so I was fairly fluent. And I was sick. And in those days, you couldn't have a home study and keep all of your specialty classes. And so they had me in and out of the hospital, and I had to go to school I think it was ninth day for half a day to keep all my upper level courses because I was honor society and everything. Not the 70s, oh my gosh. Not for high school, holy crap. Not that old. Anyway, so we had to go in every ninth day. I had to. And there were times when I literally came straight from the hospital and had to go back. But I was determined not to lose my GPA and not to lose all my classes that were upper level. Like I would have lost chemistry. And it doesn't matter. This is just how things were then. So I was really not feeling well. And she decided she was having some kind of special cultural event. Not when it was actually happening, like San Martin or something. I don't remember. Some holiday. And it wasn't even when the holiday was. And she had fake sangrias brought in and all at the 1400s, of course. She had fake sangrias brought in and all this stuff so that we could have this moment. She wanted us to go up to the front and sing songs, folk songs. And I did. When I was forced to do it, I was not happy. I did not volunteer, but she was trying to make me participate. And so I did. I went up, and she then informed me it was not exuberant enough. And I was a little bit mad, and I was on a lot of medicine, all like legal, real medicine. But I was, like I said, I was just very ill at that point. And because we found out later I was literally allergic to the school because they were spraying something that I was allergic to. But we did not realize what was going on for quite a while. Anyway, so she kept pushing and pushing and pushing, and I was about to pass over. I'm literally like, people are trying to help hold me up because I'm starting to fall over. And I let her have it. Implying sometimes you don't take legal. I always take legal medicine. I'm just making sure this is clear. So I let her have it. I ripped her a new one up one side and down the other. And there were a few snickers from people who understood, but most of the people in that room did not understand one word that I said. And I didn't even realize I knew all of those words. And when I was done, she goes, "Are you done?" And I'm like, "Yes." She goes, "You can take your seat now." I said, "Thank you." And then as I started to leave at the end of the period, she asked me to come to her desk. And I said, "Fine." And she said, "If I ever hear you speaking like that in my classroom again, I'm marching you straight to the principal to be expelled. Just so you know, I understood you." And I was like, "Well, I was upset." And she said, "I got that. You're a good kid. I don't want to get you in trouble. I'm going to pretend like I didn't understand a word. But if I ever hear one smidge of any of that language in my classroom again, we're getting you expelled." I'm like, "Well, how about when I tell you I don't feel good enough to stand up there, you listened the first time." Wow, my teacher had a problem with phones. You sung that bad, I guess you're tone deaf too. I sung beautifully, but she didn't think I had enough exuberance. She wanted us to dance and stuff, and we're all just like, "What the frick?" And I just couldn't. I literally, it wouldn't have mattered. I couldn't. I don't know what her problem was. But it turned out she knew more Spanish than I thought she did. Who knew? I wasn't trying to be rude, to be fair. I was just really, I felt, this is why I'm clarifying, I felt so bad. And it's just like, why, I was old enough to be able to say I don't feel good or not. I'd always been a good student. I was a trustworthy kid. I still feel like she created the situation, and I'm a lot older. The only bad teachers I had were elementary. They had no patience at all. One conspiracy, not in middle school. That was funny, though, and annoying just personally to me at the time. And a very, very lazy English teacher that I despised in high school. And gum. Yeah, we didn't have phones. But, yeah, the gum thing was always weird to me. Because they never enforced it on the people who were actually guilty of, like, messing up desks and stuff. And I don't know, the conspiracy teachers, they can be funny. Y'all didn't like this one Spanish teacher. She gave out so many detentions. Yeah, anyways, I learned who really did. I'm just spreading the knowledge in my middle school teacher. Oh my gosh. Well, yeah. Sometimes people just want to believe that there had to be something else going on because they want to believe it was preventable. It wasn't random, I mean, even if, as horrible as it is, if you know somebody who's been physically really attacked, they always just, people want to not believe that something can randomly bad happen to you. Which is so weird because why is it better to believe that, it wasn't random? Honors history, the chemtrails. The chemtrails. Oh, I bet they're having fun right now. I mean, I can go conspiracy theory road. I'm good at that, but the reality is, I don't know, people just don't. I think sometimes they don't want to believe bad things can happen. Okay, so this guy's fishing. Well, that makes me question whether this is an aquarium. Maybe it is a piece of ocean. No, the English teachers were the worst in my opinion. A bunch of them are so freaking lazy. I mean, some of them can be really, really delightful, but the ones that aren't, oh my gosh. I will say they were very passionate. Turtle, fish, yes, speak your truth. I did show you a documentary on the Everglades. That went really well, by the way, to do the reaction. So I gotta have something else to react to. I'm probably gonna react to something on Thursday again. Now that I've got the setup to work for that. Okay. I think I've got... I liked a couple of English teachers, but oh, they be nuts. Yeah, some of them are... Okay, I had one. This is so gross. You know how they'll have those... I don't know if they still have them, to be honest, because of the way the internet is, but they used to have these, like, teen idol kind of magazines that you get posters in of movie stars and music stars and stuff. I had a teacher who, I kid you not, there was a movie star she liked. He was also TV and stuff. And she put up one of those Teen Boppy posters of him up in the room. And she would like kiss her hands to kiss his, and then touch her hands to his lips every day with a giggle to start our class. We were all just like, ew, she thought she was being cool and hip. Kirby. Yes. I was just like, we were all so grossed out. And I tell you what, if there were any like teeny bopper poster kissing girls in the class, none of them was going to admit it after they saw that. I don't know what you would call that now, to be honest. That's probably not even an expression anymore, is it? But I think that it explains itself. You just don't understand her passion about one of them had a shrine to Tempest. Oh. Yeah, no, I did not understand her passion. Nor did, yeah, she was, oh my gosh. Some of her required reading, if the parents had any idea, oh my gosh. She is why, when my kids were in school, I always went and read what the teachers assigned as well. I'm like, I'm going to know what they're feeding these kids. A, it meant I could really talk to them about it. And B, I knew when they were being introduced to some really weird crap. Compared to that, my teachers are normal. Well, I mean, your teachers don't sound so bad. I think, like I said, some of the conspiracy ones can be fun as long as they're not the you have to believe what I believe kind. You can actually learn quite a lot from them because boy, do they care about their history. I tell you what, you want little squiggly details, they are the place to get it. But you just gotta take it with a grain of salt and not automatically believe everything at face value. What am I missing? If only my conspiracy nut teacher taught them, they would know the truth of the world like me. Read blindness, skip chapter 11. Yeah, what am I missing? I skipped around too much. I might have to do a cheat. I'm not finding the one I'm missing. Maybe I did over a color I shouldn't have done. I didn't catch it. undid one accidentally. There's just some things that probably shouldn't be required reading. There you go. I'm still not sure what it is, Tomas, but it's a thing. You said it was turning out to be one of your favorites. I don't know if it ended up being one of your favorites. Elementary school had an art teacher who just yelled all the time and drove me away from art real quick. Yeah, I had, I like the references. Yeah, the references are cute. It has Kirby, 10 out of 10. There you go. And we got the mermaid thing and just, we got stuff. I can work on the moon more, or I can start a different one. Which I was planning to start a different one today. We can do sunset at the lake, mountains, probably one of these two, but because this one's going to be super mega and super mega like the moon, so I guess we could do winter landscape. That's another option. Yeah, no, art teachers can be horrible too. I think I thought traffic. You want traffic? This looks like traffic. It's just that it's a 400 by 400 with 73 colors. To put it in perspective, this moon is a 200 by 200 with 63 colors. Or maybe not. I don't mind doing it, but I try to only have one really, really big one at a time. Because then you guys get bored. But this does have a lot of colors and stuff, so I mean, I'm not completely against it. But that's going to be... This one was 3 streams, full-on streams, the Chinese painting. It was 200 by 200 with 74 colors, so it's half the size of that other one. And it's gorgeous. But that pixel art one is going to be... On the other hand, I've been curious about it. I'm kind of okay with doing it, but it's going to be in pieces like this. I'm not going to... I need something that I can just knock out so I feel like I have some flow to it. Yeah, I'll start it a little bit. Let's see. Let's see... I guess we could start in this corner. Yeah, this is gonna be a... Yeah, this is gonna be something. Let's just make it green. Let's just not even play. We're making the whole thing green, and then I'll come in and I'll work on it. At least it's colorful. Alright. Next color I see the most of. Yeah, I mean, some people are really good at lots of languages and some aren't, so... You gotta love him however you can. But I think when you learn a language yourself, you learn it in a far more natural way. So when I work with people and I'm teaching them language, I always start with kids' books, where we look at it in English and Spanish, or English and whatever it happens to be. Usually it would be Spanish when I was helping people. You choose. Oh my goodness, it's Moss. Did you know it take me a while to learn how to read? Well, there's something wrong with that. I mean, my kids were all told they weren't able to learn to read at all, but I said, to heck with that. I'm teaching them. I don't care. You're not going to tell my kids they can't read. It was a challenge, but they all read. Phonics was their friend. And poor Hedge, the school was hiding and writing inaccurate things about her dyslexia. Because I was like, she sure seems dyslexic at home. Her sister has dyslexia. I'm very familiar with this. This is so odd that she only has these things happen at school. And then one of the teachers pulled me aside later and was like, no, we have to erase all the evidence of it right now or we get the pink slip. I was like, oh, I see. How about we actually treat her for what the real problem is then? I was so mad. But this whole word nonsense, I don't think it works for most people. For that little bit of time, I practiced the art of looking like I know what I'm doing. Yeah. Many kids do that. And then they slip through. And then later they're told, oh, we're not learning that anymore. But it doesn't work if you had real interactions from your teachers. Well, everyone else knew how to read. I could just read math. I got a tutor. That's good. I homeschooled for a while. I was like, you gotta treat the real problem. You can't, if you know there's dyslexia, hiding the dyslexia does not teach the kid to read. Oh, so mad. I was so mad. You want to know the best part? The teacher who helped teach me, because I didn't know how to teach a kid to read. It was the teachers who would go meet me in the parking lot and give me materials. They wanted the learning to happen. They just... that's kind of weird. Oh my gosh, look how small that piece is. Oh, wow. I'll just do this corner. I feel so stupid now. All right, let's at least find this bit here. It's a good corner. Yeah, I think I'm gonna make the sidewalk and section off, and I'm just gonna hide over here for a while. It'll probably be really cool though. This one's supposed to have people and everything. I mean, those are good-sized people, to be fair. I don't know. I think there's some wonderful, wonderful teachers out there. And like I said, the teachers themselves were trying to not get fired. And they came out and they would come to the parking lot and even like show me what needed to happen. So props to them. You know, they cared. But at the same time, the focus was clearly not on the teaching. I'm glad you got a tutor that could help you read. I mean, it used to be reading, writing, arithmetic. So here's my little soapbox. My history teacher's 10 out of 10, way cooler than the others. Very cool. History teachers are cool. Usually. They could be really weird, but they're usually pretty fun. Although they can be the most wackadoodle. I mean, my most incredibly wackadoodle one was a history teacher. Yeah. Her own family would apologize for her. Conspiracy Nut Woman was not strict, but it was a teacher had before her. Although I had a really strict history teacher in middle school. Yeah. Well, I think, honestly, the Twin Towers thing has taught me so much because I was there. And I was in school and we were seeing how bin Laden was threatening to take out the Twin Towers years before. There were documentaries and everything else. And 10 full years beforehand, there had been an unsuccessful attempt that had blown up the whole basement. And if you look back at the news reports, I can see how people are going, look, they were talking about it before like they already knew. What they didn't understand is people had kind of figured it was a matter of when, not if. And it was every time there was any threat of a terror or anything, we would be like, did they get the Twin Towers? And then somehow people looked at that later and they said, oh, look, everybody is talking like they know about it. So it's a conspiracy. It's like, I was a little bit late for that one, honestly. Right, but all I'm getting at is I can understand looking at the news reports and the quote-unquote evidence I've seen, how people go some of those places. But I was alive, and it's not the whole picture. And it makes me look at all of history differently now. I'm like, there's some very important pieces of that picture that they don't seem to be aware of. I don't know, did they get Mr. Peanut? He was at the scene. He must have done something. There you go. You know what? I hate using white, but so much of this is white. I'm just going to do it. It'll still make it better. And I'll just sort of color in this corner with the white. Honestly, I really am wondering what happened to that guy wearing the Mr. Peanut costume. I wonder what he was thinking. I don't know. All I know is I think it's very eye-opening to me how people would really rather believe that their own government or, that conspired against them than that something really bad could happen. It's weird to me, but, it's a thing. And other times, I mean, I had a course in college that was literally on conspiracy theories. That America was based on conspiracy theories, and without them, we wouldn't have even existed. It was an interesting class. It paralleled the discussion on the French Revolution. I'm gonna have to go in and get those 3s too. Saying we did a week history about JFK. Occam's razor usually solves like 90% of conspiracies. I don't know, the government is very untrustworthy. Oh, I'm not saying the government is trustworthy. Less government, the better, as far as I'm concerned. But all I'm saying is there are things being pointed at in that particular situation that don't hold up if you have more knowledge of the time. That's why it's good to talk to people who are there. Literally insert recent news that makes them very untrustworthy. Yeah, not gonna get political. There's slimy stuff. There's slimy stuff out there. I'm not gonna lie. Alright, so this... So Lost, where were you on September 11th? I think none of you were born yet. In my phone. Oh gosh. That is a good answer. Not sure how I feel about it, but that is a very good answer. Alright, I think... So there must be this big piece of white, obviously, as a border kind of thing. Say maybe, probably, unless I got the estimate wrong. I can help you guys out here. My dear Atlas, who is older than both of you, I found out that I was pregnant with him for sure on the actual 9/11. Like, that's the day I had the appointment with the doctor. So I'm pretty sure none of you were there. I was in room for a little bit longer than I should have been. Whoa! Oh, okay, that's very long. You're like an elephant baby. Yeah, we're gonna get... I'll still come back and get these other, but I'm just trying to at least get a chunk of something here. And then I can go work on the moon if you guys want, or keep working on this. I don't care. Probably my dad anyway solved that mystery unless I was secretly a lab baby. Oh my gosh. You're thinking too much about this one. Way too much. Oh. Ah. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's starting to look like something. Okay, so it's like what, snow or something? Maybe? Why would it be white? I don't know. I don't think it would be a secret if you were a lab baby. But wouldn't that still involve your father? I would think. Now I'm really puzzling this one out a little bit, a little too much. I don't need to be thinking about those. Anyways, I remember that my sister wanted to name me Charmander, apparently. Oh, that's so cute. Was that her favorite Pokemon? Yeah, there's gonna be white going on up here too, but I'm gonna try... My mom wanted me to be named Anakin. No, I think it's Joseph Stalin, my dad looks like. Oh, dear. Your papa looks like Stalin, eh? There you go. That's a claim to fame. He's a lovely guy, though. Is your mom alive? Well, he's been talking about he has trouble talking to her, so I sure hope she is. That would raise a different set of questions. And won't steal my socks randomly 7 in the morning to throw at the dog while I'm sleeping? That is what we call oddly specific. While I'm sleeping, my mom does this, and she's not, yeah. But does she say chancla while she does it? Sorry. That's usually being more thrown at, but I was just, you know, spitballing there. She still annoys everyone in this family somehow. Aww. I know that's a sandal or a slipper. You haven't ever... Oh my goodness. When you're naughty, out comes the chancla and it gets thrown at you. So if she's showing up when he's asleep and grabbing his... It doesn't matter. I knew where I was going with it. Watching an ad. Got it. Should be almost over. Hopefully. That oddly actually helps. Free it good. Okay. Alright, now I'm gonna add this extra little bit of detailing, and then I can get into some other stuff and actually make it make a little bit of sense. Good, I learned about saving. Oh dear. What, one of those ads where they go, give us all your money and we'll teach you how to save it. Honest. Wink, wink, nod, nod. Yes, give us all your spare change and we'll make you rich. Yeah, yeah. That's it. Anyways, every day I learn I get a lot of things from my mom. A lot of houses. Houses! I think Lost would have a better computer setup if he had a lot of houses. He's always complaining about his computer setup. Well, not complaining. That's the wrong word. I've been really impressed with what you can do without some of the equipment you got. Let's put it that way. Let's see. 2... Yeah. That'll be something. You know, it would be really weird if you didn't learn anything from your mom, or your dad, or your sister, or even your dog, or cat, such as the case may be. What do you mean? My setup is beautiful laptop and a random monitor that my sister gave me. You know what I mean? Like, huh, I have the same tendencies as her. Yeah. Oh no. I think you do good. I don't know how you make streaming work on a laptop, to be honest. I'm impressed. We struggle to keep our computer from blowing up this way, and we have a bigger setup than that. Not much. It's old and beat up, but it's here. Alright. Alright. My dogs taught me stuff. Oh, did they? Well, there you go. Here, I thought I was getting a nice bright color out. I feel like this is a street light. This is the way to Narnia, guys. It's happening. It's a gaming laptop with a broken hinge. At least yours is upgradable. Not really anymore. We've done everything that can have it done. If I take it out of its case, I can hodgepodge a few more things, but that invites its own issues. Yeah. I am grateful for everything we've gotten out of this thing, so I'm not complaining. But yeah. Every time you people say that there's always something you haven't done, but it's probably true. Well, I mean, like I said, I can't. I could take it out of its case completely, and then there's things I can do, but that will impact survival rates for the extended life. And at this point, at some point, you just sort of have to accept that you're grateful you've gotten what you have out of the machine. I'm not complaining. It's been a good investment. I guess I'll go ahead and just outline this, but I think that's really mostly going to be street. Like, what parts are currently breaking? Your computer is 90 in computer years. Is it the motherboard? Is it the GPU, the CPU, the power brick? The biggest issue right now is the biggest issue is a fan that needs replacement, which doesn't sound like a big deal. But the only way to get to said fan is to completely take everything, including the motherboard, out of the case. It's the last thing you can get to. And then we have to get everything back in. But because of the way they assembled it, it is too tight with all the cords and things. So you can tell that everything won't go back in. Now you're rewiring the inside of your computer. And it'll just go from there. Is it doable? Yes, but there's a lot more risk than reward at this point. Crappy case layout. A very crappy case layout. Very good deal at the store because it was a crappy case layout. But we have to keep a fan outside it in it, and it's like a freaking aircraft carrier in here now. We have a gate on, a sound gate going on. That helps. But yeah, I mean, yeah, we've done things like, up the RAM and things like that over the years. It is an older computer, but you reach a point where, like, I've even WD-40'd it, okay? I got as close as I could. I did everything I could. Once you've reached the point where you're resorting to WD-40 or duct tape on your computer, this is not long days ahead. But I think we can keep it going for a while. Yeah, if you were on your own, I'd say stubbornly do it, but since you have a group of people that just uses this desktop, it's not really worth the hassle. Yeah, I've taken it apart several times trying to fix the issues. I've done what I can. Atlas helped me. We've been through it, and at some point, you're grateful it still works. You try to keep it limping along until you can afford something else, and then the plan is, when we can afford to replace it, we will. And then this will go into repair mode, and then we'll have an extra computer that way. I think putting in the freezer damaged it, though. I didn't put this one in the freezer. I have put computer parts in the freezer very carefully. But no, not this computer. This would not fit in our freezer. Or you should try it, then it may fix it. The plan is to hit it until it works. Just have a mini fridge and just place it there. It'll cool it down. Yeah, that's the kind of thing that we're doing. Where you put the ice block behind the fan. Yep. Yep, that's it. That's it. That's how it works. Yeah, I'm trying to not just go into the part that is clearly the road. But there's also clearly some other shape of something going on here. I guess I'll outline here just like there. It's as good a way as any to kind of try to get some consistency. Oh, it's a tower. Tower one, I see. Just cut it in half. Caveman water cooling. Ah, it's so easy to give advice like that when it's not your own computer, isn't it? Yeah, I love doing this. Yeah, and pretty much what can be done has been done. Without causing potential really big damage, so at this point, it's the time to stop. We'll get it figured out. Boop. I refuse to give anyone relationship advice. Lost, same for relationship advice. Well, I don't know that you need to give relationship advice, so we're good. I don't mind if Lost gives me computer advice. He could tell me to chuck it through the window. That'll solve all my problems. And he'd be right. Of course, then my window would be broken and I wouldn't have any of us streaming anymore, so we'd have a whole different set of problems. I can appreciate that kind of logic. As someone who literally avoids people. I mean, I live on a farm. We're not the most social. I love being on a farm. I think my kids would rather be closer to town. But they're really sweet about it. There's nothing they can do about it anyway. They live where I put them. At least for now. And then they'll make it in the world and they'll live where they want to live. It'll be nice. I'm the person at school that everyone likes but not really close to. Yes, anyone. I mean, people like me, yeah. They come and they start confessing. That's my problem. Like, why? Why are you telling me stuff? I don't need to know. How complete strangers come up to me. I mean, my kids were just used to it, but this is not normal. Like, we would be in a grocery store line or something, and somebody would come up and tell me something and be like, oh, I just had to get that off my chest. I can't believe it. I feel so much better. I'm so glad I found you and I could talk to you. And I'm like, why are you telling me? You don't know me. You really don't need to share. It's okay. There was this girl that wanted my phone number. Scary. Whoa. Tell her she's gonna have to use Discord. Phone number is too personal. I don't know. Pulls out ring. Don't worry, I always touch bullets. When the time is right, you'll know. It'll be fine. Until then, it really doesn't matter. They're just extra anyway, right? No need to have that stress. Either that or I'd become a monk. And I shall never lose. I guess you could become a monk. It will help a lot if you happen to be Catholic. But I don't think that's strictly required. There's Buddhist monks, but they have relationships, so yeah. Pretty sure. Be careful what you're signing up for there is all I'm saying. Wow. This is something. I guess there's a lot of black in the greenery, maybe? Yeah, I think I'm getting into the border of all those trees and things. So this might be shadow. Not the most religious group of... Well, my family is Catholic, not the most religious group of Catholic, though. I would argue Catholic is a culture and a religion. And there are varying degrees of attentiveness to doctrine. Like, I had a friend whose family celebrated every single Saint's Day, which is how I found out there even was such a thing as a Saint's Day. And I've had other friends who've never stepped foot in a church but consider themselves to be very Catholic, so... I'd say there's degrees. Huh? What do you mean, huh? I consider myself agnostic. There you go. I know what you mean. Let's see here. I'm trying to figure out how, because I really didn't want to get into... I was just sort of trying to do bordery kind of things. I've gone way off of where I wanted to be. Alright, I'm going to stay away from the bigger shapes and just finish these like polka dots. And come back to doing the outlines that I was trying to do. Nah. I think agnostic is fine. I'm gonna be really honest. I mean, it doesn't really matter what I think, but... wanting to understand, not being sure, there's nothing wrong with that. Whoops. There we go. Ah! See, this is what I keep doing. I keep messing it up. I'm gonna be so horrified when I see what a tiny corner this is. I think what's most important is respect. You don't have to believe in something to respect it. I think respect is important. Like, I don't believe in the Dalai Lama as a religious figure, but I can have great respect for anybody who believes in the Dalai Lama as a religious figure and who cares very deeply about how that whole situation goes forward, right? That's just respect. You got it. You got it. Okay. I just picked that because it's more random on purpose. But to me, agnostic is a very respectful choice. It's somebody who's gone, I don't know for sure. I'm open to the possibility. Don't personally have a belief there. That's respectful. I don't know. I don't always know how that comes across, but that's my feeling on the matter as a general general thing. Yeah, you got it down. I believe in something. Well, there you go. I mean, I believe in something. I believe in all kinds of things. But I think it's more what's important is respect, because not everybody's going to believe the same things at the very least. And I think what's more damaging is when people are really disrespectful. Or people they don't know. Wow, that's turning into something. I'm not 100% sure what, but it's turning into something. That feels like that should have more trees than going on over here. Yeah, like a head. Let's give this poor little figure a head. That felt a little wrong. Alright, let's see. I believe in your kids. Well, I totally believe in them too. Yeah, I learn from them every day. I tell you what, they're good kids. Did I successfully outline whatever the flip this is? Yeah. I'm glad you are there, Mom. Well, thank you. I'm pretty glad too. Gonna be honest, I wasn't very keen on the whole being a mom thing, but I sure am glad I have them. I am very lucky. Okay, that's starting to be kind of cool looking. Alright. Then I look at it in this whole... Oh my gosh. Yeah, this one's gonna be a bit... It looks like I messed up on this. This person has no head. Alright, that's interesting. Alright, let's get these outlined in. I'm pretty happy to have them in my life. Not gonna lie. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go bigger. Or it's not gonna work. Too much black on this one. Oh my goodness, you guys. Traffic, but I haven't done a single car. Alright, so that's person one. And then we'll get this person done. This is completely different than I thought. Well, that's the thing about these. I mean, it's hard to see before you actually get into the weeds with it, kind of where it's going. Some are better than others. I think this one will actually be very colorful, but I focused on trying to get some outlining in because this one turned out to be so big that I need something to work with. I gotta have something. Alright, so maybe this is like a fence. Or another street light. I don't understand all the dark color in with the greenery is what's a little bit confusing me. But I guess that's shadowing, that's the style. Yeah, I could just go on and on without even trying. Like, where do you stop? Oh my gosh. Alright, I'll back off in a second and we could maybe add another color in here, but I just wanted to get some color and shape going on here. Something. Anything. Yeah, it just keeps going. I think this is mostly bushes. It's just done with a lot of dark. Maybe it's a night scene. And every time I think I know what's going on, I thought that would be a wall or a fence. Alright, let's see. There we go. We'll just kind of go around the outside up here, I guess, and just at least finish bordering this in. I mean, that's definitely, that'll help. That'll help. Let's just do some of that. so this is definitely greenery. But not all of it. Feels... Alright, I need to back off and see what's going on here. It definitely helps to bring in a color. 17 is very different. I went over a 10 over here, so yeah. Fix you. Fix you. Mess you up. Haha. Alrighty, and then we have you. Alright, so there is still greenery here, but it's a lot less. Boy, this one's gonna be a big one. Alright, so that's going to be where the lighter... Got it. And then you're going to have a bunch of darker thrown in. Ah! All right. That's gonna be something. Wow. I think this is going to be like the only greenery though. Alright, let me get up here at least. We can at least do the corner. Make it make sense. All right, now let's get this in here and just kind of finish. There we go. Such a rabbit hole. Welcome to my rabbit hole. I will say it's interesting how you can have so much of the dark color and have it come out looking so bright. That's for sure a thing. Alrighty. I tragically had to do stuff anyways. I'm going to go do more stuff, so probably going to leave now. Bye and good luck. Currently looking at 24 seconds of advertisements free. Oh, bye, Lost. There you go. Alrighty, now let's get these in so we can get this coloration going on, because I think it really helps. I'm free, but thank you. Also, at this point, it looks like evil blobby creature. It will go through many iterations of weirdness. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm probably gonna head over to the moon in a minute, or just finish up. Okay. Alright. I guess I'm kind of blobby creaturing out this top corner because I need it to look like something. Alright, let's come back in here with this one. Alrighty, and then we have here yeah, I think it's going to be imperative to get this greenery out of the way first. It does make a difference. But wow, oh my gosh. Ugh. I'm a little disturbed by the flat-headed people, to be honest. Ah. Yeah, it definitely helps. Yeah, I just messed up. Yeah, there we go. Alright. How much do I care about this section? I guess I will just finish off this chunk and then I'll make a decision on whether I'm gonna go ahead and do more moon or not. But I'm starting to drizzle out. You guys have lost enthusiasm. I'm losing you. Might be time to go see my children say, I love you. Have I hugged you today? Yeah, they would not like that, actually. Physical contact and all. Ugh. Not keen, they are. They are not keen at all. So we're getting kind of into there, and then we'll have boom, boom, boom. Yep, and then we go down with the 9s, 10s, 11s, and then some 12s in here, but I think that's the highlighted part. Do I want to do this bit to just connect it? It does seem like it would make more sense. I think what I'm gonna do is block out this bit. This way. Because there's just too much. That's a color we got a lot of, and then I can come in and see over it and just really quickly whip that out. I hear Suna. Yo. Hi. I can tell he is letting me know too. He's like, we don't love you anymore. Love you. Let's see. Actually, do that. 13. There's hardly any of those. Kind of surprised at how much there is. Ah, we got spammy. Thank you, Sarybot. I wasn't paying attention. You saved me, Sarybot. was like a 12 down here. Alright, I don't care if there's more right now. Let's get these. Okay. Oh, now we supposedly have an incoming ad break. That's weird because I've already had my people hit with their ad. So that means my telling me it's wrong. Yeah, I gotta fix that because I just messed up too. Gosh. Yeah, this one is starting to give me some eye strain, I'm gonna be honest, so. It's definitely more of a do a little at a time. Oh my gosh. But apparently I got all these wrong over here. Let's just really quickly, boom, 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 boom. There we go. All right. Wow. Wow. Okay. Hope everybody's catching this on the VOD. Cool. Tomorrow's Luigi's Mansion Day, but I'm not doing Luigi's Mansion because I've quit it for the moment. Pardon me. I'll do something Nintendo-y probably, but I don't know what. I'm not doing pixel art tomorrow. Unless things go pear-shaped with the computer. And then I will be doing pixel art tomorrow. Because that's kind of how I roll. Yeah, I guess I could try doing reaction content again in a pinch. Now I've got that more figured out. But I don't think any of you guys care right now. So if you're on the VOD, you're going to get surprised. Woohoo! And you're welcome to be there. It's just, I'll figure it out. I'm tired. I got streamer brain. Streamer brain's winning. Apparently there's an ad break happening. is a little bit weird to me. But it's so... Huh. Like, the rest is so incredibly detailed with this stuff. This is a little odd to me. Huh? Well, I guess we pick up some more of that up here. Tomas, oh, you're still awake, huh? I thought we lost you. It's apparently, according to Lost, a blobby monster. Yeah, I was talking to a cousin. It's all right. I'm gonna go ahead and finish off. It's late. You're fine. So here we go. That little bitty piece. Yeah, this is gonna make the moon look small, but it's coming together. So it looks like maybe there's like some kind of wall here and a tree coming up. Yeah. Let's just really quickly kind of knock that bit out. That'll be faster. And when I come back in, I can get this going from here. Where does that go? Up to about up here. Yeah, that'll work. There you go. it's even more. And I guess that'll be grass with a tree or something. And then this is all dark colors. That's something. Ah. Godzilla barf. Who was interested in this one again, Tomas? I'm just wondering. Jog my memory again? It'll be fine. Let's see. I've got to fix that one though that I messed up. Alright. I mean, it'll be interesting. I don't know. Godzilla barf. I'm good with that. I am good with that. This will be the Godzilla barf picture. I was just saying it looks like that in a cool way. Okay, well, you know. I mean, when I think barf, it's not always positive, but I get where you're coming from. It is kind of cool. It really is. Yeah, you got something going on here. Like, you got a tree line. I think it's gonna be interesting, but it is a little hard on my eyes, this one. Not gonna lie. Alright. Very creepery. Is that random, like... I guess it's correct, though. Huh. Alright. I hope you have a really, really good evening. And I hope to see you tomorrow. Is there anything in particular you want me to do tomorrow? You too, thank you. I'm not doing Luigi's Mansion, let's put it that way. Yeah, I'll decide so. I'll have it figured out before we come back in tomorrow. Alrighty, Tomas, you have a good night. Bye-bye.